As the youth mental health crisis deepens, there is a critical shortage of school psychologists. With the pandemic and the threat of school shootings come exacerbating mental health issues. Experts say the need for support at your child's school has never been greater. Today, I-Team reporter Brian New looks at why a nearly 30-year fight for a name change could mean more help for students.
They're having a shooting at the high school, have an officer down, shooter not in custody.
It's been 5 years since that day in Santa Fe, Texas. But for some, it still feels like yesterday.
He's in the art room. We got shots fired right now, guys.
My classmates died. I had some friends die, and I barely got out with my life, you know.
When Zach Mewey sat down with us last summer, he shared how he loses sleep about the day when a 17-year-old gunman killed 8 of his classmates and 2 of his teachers. Mewey also loses sleep thinking about the problem he says is behind it and that's plaguing his generation.
Every time something like this happens, most people know that it's a mental health problem. It is just never talked about.
And so for the past year, we have been talking about it, as well as investigating the need for more mental health services for Texas students. And what we discovered is that this is no more evident than in the state's shortage of school psychologists.
We're going to be striving to find strategies that will prevent actions like this from ever happening again.
In the days after the Santa Fe high school shooting, Governor Greg Abbott and Texas lawmakers approved nearly $100 million for child mental health resources. But when it comes to more school psychologists, the impact has been minimal. The National Association of School Psychologists recommends schools have 1 school psychologist for every 500 students. In order for Texas to meet that recommendation, it would need to hire nearly 9,000 school psychologists. But since the Santa Fe shooting 5 years ago, according to state data analyzed by the I-Team, Texas schools have added fewer than 200 positions. That's 200 across the entire state.
The numbers are horrifying.
Jenna Becker is a school psychologist. She says one of the main reasons there are so few school psychologists in Texas is because students, parents, even schools, their own employer, don't fully understand who they are and how they can help. And it goes back to their name. Texas is one of 2 states this past school year where school psychologists were not allowed to call themselves school psychologists. If they did, they could receive a fine or have their professional license suspended. Instead, these mental health professionals were required to refer to themselves as an LSSP, licensed specialist in school psychology.
And the parents would look at me like, I have no idea what that means. That's a meaningless term.
For nearly 30 years, the profession tried to get Texas lawmakers to change their title. But bills failed when other mental health professionals warned that changing the name could lead to confusion. In a letter to the Texas Attorney General's office, the Texas Psychological Association wrote, allowing LSSPs to use the title of school psychologists is misleading and extremely dangerous.
Is it dangerous?
I don't know for sure that that's a good way to, describe a title change. Dangerous.
Dr. Sophia Tani is a psychologist. She worries with the name change, some could confuse a school psychologist with a psychologist, and there's a difference between the two. A school psychologist requires a master's degree program. They work in a school setting, focus on behaviors that impact students. A psychologist requires a doctoral degree program. They can work in a hospital or private practice and can diagnose and treat behavioral disorders.
The concern is that when the 2 titles are so similar, that there could be a confusion.
Despite these concerns and despite having no luck getting lawmakers to change their title, school psychologists were not about to give up. They had one final option: to go through the lengthy and complicated process of getting a rule change through the state's licensing board. It was a long shot, and it worked.
Guess what?
This month, in a celebratory video, for the first time, these Texas mental health professionals could use their new title.
We are school psychologists!
People need to know we exist and need to know what we are trained to do and what we can do.
We'll never get them back. all we can do is remember.
Muey wants people to remember his classmates, his teachers that he lost that day. And hopefully in doing so, think about their own mental health.
I would hope so. It's, it affects us all.
So on our website, we have created this data map where you can see how many school psychologists are in each district in Texas. We've also put the number of school psychologists that were in the district 5 years ago. That way you can compare. Now, it's important to note that school psychologists aren't the only professionals at schools that can offer students mental health help. So tonight at 6, we'll look into the number of school counselors and social workers at Texas schools. With the I-Team, Brian New, CBS News, Texas.